And guys, I ain't even gonna lie, I apologize for the past 2 days. I didn't know that my lives were getting cut short until I'll look back at them. I only had like a minute worth. But anyway, so we're gonna run those two topics back, and we going from the beginning to the end. So we was talking about gas station foods yesterday, but we was talking about parenting the previous day. So we're gonna go run it back to parenting. All right, parenting never ends, guys. It never ends. It's a continuous cycle. Okay, this continues every single day. Every day. And like I was saying before, parenting is the toughest job on planet. It's the toughest job on planet Earth, right? It's the most unpredictable job on planet Earth. And it's not just a job, it's a job, it's a responsibility. But this is a job that never ends. It's a continuous job. It's 24/7, 7 days a week for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life, I mean, it's no dodging, even though some people do dodge their responsibilities. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, guys. All right, it's no easy way to parent, and it's no handbook or blueprint to parenting. Everybody has their own opinion. What might work for me might not work for you. But one thing I can honestly say, you have to put the work in. And it's important for you to teach your children manners. Manners. Yes, manners. Teaching them respect. Okay? That's a big hack that will take them a long way in life. It will keep them from being in trouble. It will keep them from being in a lot of um, negative activity. Okay? Manners alone. And I was talking about this probably about like 4 nights ago about the cheat code of life. One of the cheat codes of life, and that's manners, respect, you know? But parenting, guys, this is a job that will never end, and you will be doing it until the day you die. All right? I'm just being honest with you. Even once your children leave the house and they're self-sufficient, you still gonna be parenting. Appreciate it. Thank Aaron. Appreciate that. Translate that for me if you can. Yeah. Translate it for me if you all can. I appreciate y'all coming in on live. We're talking about parenting. Parenting never ends. Okay? Jim, what's good? If you're a parent, you definitely can relate. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the toughest job on planet Earth. Do you believe in Jesus coming? Definitely. I definitely do. I definitely do. I definitely do. But yeah, guys, parenting. So yesterday, I witnessed something that was it disturbed me. I ain't even gonna lie. It was very disturbing. I was in the post office and I saw basically a cry for help. It was this little mother. I don't know if she was a single mother, but it was just a mother and her son. It doesn't matter the color, the race, the ethnicity. It doesn't matter. but I was so disturbed because of what happened, right? So I was in the post office, and if anybody knows the U.S. Post Office, this is pretty much worldwide. You know, the post office is similar to the library. You're not supposed to be that loud in there. It's like you're in there to send off some mail, or maybe to receive some mail that you didn't get, right? So when I was in there, it was only two people in there. It was two people ahead of me, and the mom with the son. Okay, the son was just had to be about maybe 5 or 6, and just embarrassing his mom. Okay, embarrassing his mom. Mom, let's go now, mom. No, come on, mom, let's go. I mean, just literally yelling almost, and telling his mom what to do. And his mom was like, no, no, I need you to be quiet. Come over here and be patient. Excuse me. And the son was saying, no, mom, I don't want to. I don't want to, mom. Come on, let's go now. Let's go home now. Right now, mom. I'm just telling his mom to do it. It was just disturbing me. I mean, it was really like low key pissing me off. Rerunning streams. Nah, I'm not rerunning streams. So it was really upsetting me. And of course, I didn't say anything. I was staying in my lane. But it was just bothering me this much because we're now in a society where children are really talking to their parents any way they want to at an early age, you know? So it's like this topic about parenting has everything to do with exactly what I saw yesterday. We have to start at an early age, making sure that our children are accountable for their actions. And we have to make sure at an early age that we start teaching our children how to act in public, how to act around grown people, how to be respectful. Because if not, 10, 15 years from now, these are the people that's going to be in society serving us food, taking care of us. You understand what I'm saying? So it just disturbed me so much because nothing was being done. The parent didn't do anything. She didn't do anything. She didn't pop him. She didn't do anything. She didn't take him out. He was literally just acting out right there in front of everybody in the post office. And, it's like he had a show, you know. Calvin, yesterday I shoved 4 industrial tools. Okay. All right, buddy. We not doing all that, okay? We're not doing that, Calvin. So Muslim? Nah, I'm not Muslim. I just have this on my head right now because my hair is not done. See, it's not done. So that's the only reason why I have this on my head right now. But definitely, I'm not Muslim. I'm not Muslim. But shout out to the people who are Muslim. Yeah. But I probably will. I have my hair out maybe a little bit later on today. I don't know. I just like wearing the turb sometimes. You dig? Appreciate that, Lynn. But getting back on subject, like that disturbed me yesterday, guys. Reluctant, yo, what's up? Reluctant. This is my other channel. This is my other channel. This is my podcast. This is my podcasting channel. Yup, on my podcasting channel. Like I said, I got like 5, 6 channels. Yep, this is Train Me Phil. Yep. Yep. That's what I'm doing when I'm not on the channel. Like I'm at work. This is my podcasting channel. Yeah, I got several different channels. I got 5 different channels. Really, I got more than that. I got like 10 different channels. But every channel is a different niche. But like I said before, we're talking about parenting. Yep. We're talking about parenting and how parenting never ends. All right, parenting never ends. And you have to be ready. You never know what the day holds for you. You never know what you're going to do. You never know what's going to happen. So you have to be ready at all times. Nah, it's not a duplicate. Same Same person. Now, one thing I do suggest, now I don't like telling nobody what to do, but I do like to give suggestions, right? I highly suggest that you get in a routine, a productive routine that your children can, that your children will be familiar with. And when I say a productive routine, I'm talking about a positive routine, a healthy routine that your children can follow. So whenever they do get older, they will follow the same routine. You understand? Yep, definitely. This is my podcasting channel, so I'm going live. I'm talking about different topics on this channel. And I got podcasts on this channel too. I got different podcasts on this channel as well. Yeah, but my other channel is definitely, I'll be at 1,000 subscribers by next week. I already know, I can tell by the way it's growing. I'll be at 1,000 subscribers. But I ain't worried about the subscribers. It's more the watch time. Well, I ain't gonna say I ain't worried about the subscribers because I do want the subscribers, but the watch time is like, it's very important because that's gonna help me monetize quicker. But yeah, parents, parenting never ends. Getting a productive, start a productive, healthy routine, and you also want to make sure that you are setting a firm but great example for your children because whatever they see, they're gonna do it. They're sponges right now. From age 0 all the way to age 20, 21, 22, they're sponges. They're soaking up everything. I agree. Flex on, let's see what you got. Nah, we're not doing that on this channel. I agree. I wake up, hit the gym every morning, 8 till 10, Monday to Friday, then the weekends, walks and soccer. Cool, cool, great. We read running streams. Nah, we're not doing that, Sandra. Welcome to San Andreas. I'm CJ from Grove Street. Okay, we a little bit off subject. We ain't talking about that, but we talking about parenting, though, guys. Another, so another suggestion I would suggest, right? Teaching your children respect. Teaching them respect, teaching them manners, showing them respect. That means going out in public and them seeing you firsthand show others respect. And it all starts with strangers. Do you know how to interact with strangers? Because let's be honest, that's what we're setting our children up for. In the real world, excuse me. All you're gonna be doing is interacting with strangers. Okay? That's just how it is. And the more you can interact with strangers and exhibit a positive rapport with people, right? The less trouble you'll be in and the more comfortable you will be in conversing with others. You know, I mean, that's just the whole point in teaching. We teach now at the house, so in society, there will be productive young adults. You don't know Tupac, not in the West Coast, so yeah, I've heard of Tupac. But luck that I'm eating watermelon right now. Most parents are bad. They give their kids vapes. I'm a good parent. Yeah, I don't know if they give them vapes, but you know, I'm not one to judge. I just know that we just need help in that area in a whole. You know, there's a lot of children that's vaping, and they've been vaping for a while. So I already know it's going to be a lot of children, young people dying before the age of 30 in the next 10, 15 years. I know that for a fact, you know, but, you know, life must go on. I just know that as far as me, in my house, I have to make sure that I set a good example. That's why I stopped doing a lot of things that I was doing at an earlier age. My son's older now, so he picks up on every little thing, you know. So I pride myself not carrying that negative energy or putting him in a situation where it's negative energy, you know. You said you smoked weed over a year ago. Do you crave it? I quit weed over 2 months. I ain't gonna say I crave. I don't really have the craving for the weed no more. When I first stopped, when I stopped smoking weed last year, I was having cravings like every day for about six months. I just had enough willpower to know that I wasn't gonna sink back in that hole. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't want to sink back into that hole. So I just avoided. I avoided all that stuff. I stopped, you know, doing what I was doing. Stopped going to the stores I was going to. Yeah, and started becoming more busy. You know, so literally focusing more on content, like every day. You know, in some parts of the world, people hit their children for disciplining manners. What are your thoughts? Well, that's a good um, question, Cup Captain. I guess Captain, right? To each his own. I really feel like, as far as discipline, there's several ways to discipline your children. Now, sometimes you do have to get physical with your children. I mean, that's just what it is. Like, especially with boys. As far as girls, I don't know because I've never had a little girl. My sister, when we was growing up together, she only got a spanking, I think maybe like 2 times in her whole entire life. But as far as boys, that's how we learn. We learn through pain and suffering. Okay, that's how we learn. Um, so I'm a big believer and a big advocate of restriction, right? Um, Punishment, as far as taking away vices that your children might love to do. I'm a big believer in that. And my last result is spanking or getting a whooping or whatever like that. That's my last result, you know. Yeah, I think after 6 months, it will do me also. I want to be a role model to my kids and be healthy and clean for my family. Hey, you doing the right thing, Reluctant. You're definitely doing the right thing. Because if they keep seeing you do that and smelling you, they going to want to do it too. Now, one thing I do say to myself, I said, once I get old, you know, I might end up old. I'm talking about old, like 70 plus. I don't have no wife or nothing like that. I might end up doing that, but I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I really don't know. At this part of my life, man, I'm not doing none of that stuff, man. I just want to make the best content, give people a safe space to vent with this platform, have all of my channels monetized, and I want to travel the world and give the viewers, give my subscribers just great content, you know? Yeah. That's my main focus. I got a lot of dreams and aspirations, but you gotta put the work in. You gotta put the work in. I mean, it's no easy way around this. No easy way around it. But yeah, the longer it goes, the less you will crave it. Okay. And I was smoking for over 16 years. You feel me? What kind of hat is that? It's not a hat. It's like a little turban wrap. Appreciate you joining in. But we're talking about parenting, guys. Parenting never ends. It never ends. And with me, like with the smoking thing, nigga, I was smoking for over, what, 16 years. 16 years, guys. You feel me? I'm talking about wake up in the morning, drop my son off to school, go to the Arab store, get a cigar, come back to the house, light up, do a couple of beats, take a shower, go to the barbershop, come back home for lunch, light up, eat my lunch, take a shower, go get my son, go to the barbershop, come back to the house, cook my dinner, cook the dinner for my son, put him to bed, or even if he wasn't in bed, he watching TV. I'm in the pantry, light up. Yeah, like it was back to back with me, you know? What kind of hat is that? What's God's name? He has different names. He got different names. But usually whenever you talk about God, you capitalize that. You know? At least you capitalize that though. Louise, or Lewis. It's a Lewis. He got several names. Well, what shorts are you wearing? Joseph, you being weird, buddy. We ain't talking about that. We talking about parenting. Now, to answer your question, Lewis, I got different names, but I'll name a couple of names. Alpha or the Omega, Yahweh. A couple of names of God. So, people definitely call him different. He has different names, But yeah, Joe, we're not being weird right now. We're talking about parenting and how parenting never ends. It never ends. But the disrespect these days, as far as parenting goes, is definitely at an all-time high. It's at an all-time high. I've never seen so much blatant disrespect from children, especially when it comes to, you a parent. If you're a parent, you're definitely supposed to be more mindful in what you do around your children, who you have around your children, what they're listening to, what they're watching, because that can impact them in ways that you'll never know it impacted them until they grow older. You understand? And they definitely are sponges. Excuse me, and they remember everything. Some of those memories that they have, right, might not regurgitate until later on in life. Okay? Just being honest with you. So, like I said, be very careful. Be very careful. If you're in a position where you can set a positive example for your children, you're definitely on the right path. Okay? It's not just what you say, what you do. It's everything, guys. What you eat, what you put in your body, what you do physically, how you keep your composure, your mannerisms, all that, okay? All that stuff matters. It's time consuming though. That's definitely time consuming. Every day it's a major challenge. And it seems like every day it gets tougher and tougher. Yes, sir. It gets tougher. Cause I don't anymore. I don't don't smoke weed. I'm a sober head. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I just enjoy life. And believe it or not, guys, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Be careful with that smoking weed because you're gonna end up smoking your money away. And the only way I can see you not smoking your money away if you growing your own weed, right? And you just have an endless supply. But if not, guys, you're gonna end up smoking your money away. Either one or two things is gonna happen. You're gonna smoke your money away, or you're gonna eat your money away. If you're a heavy smoker, you're probably gonna do both. You'll save so much money just putting that stuff down. I'm just being honest. Yeah. So that's why I tell anybody younger than me, looking for advice, don't even start that. Don't even start the weed stuff, bro. Don't even start the weed stuff, bro. I'm telling you, take it from me. All right, even $10, eat the money away if you're not smart about it. Yeah, just think about it. It's 7 days a week. You spend $10 every single day. That's $70. That's $70. That's $30 away from $100. $70 a week. All right. That's 70 times 4. That's $280. That's $280 a month. That's just on food if you spend $10 a day, right? Now, that's $280 on food. Now, what if you spend $20 a day for weed? That's $140, right? 140 times 140 times. I'm right over here, Coach. Hey, appreciate it too, Coach.
All the time.
Probably might want to get something else too. I gotta get that blueprint done first. A little weird. Priorities first, right? I know. Yes, sir. All right. So if you doing $20 a day, 7 days a week, that's $140, right? Times 4, that's $560. That's $560 a month. Plus 280 because you're spending $10 a day on food. That's almost $1,000 a month on weed. That's a car payment, guys. That's a car payment. That's a car payment. That's a car payment. That's a house payment. You feel me? I'm smoking that money away, so you don't gotta do it. So think about that. And let's be honest. Some people spend more money than that on weed. You know, we didn't even take into consideration your snacks. We didn't even take in consideration your cigars, right? We didn't take in consideration you just wasting gas money. We didn't even put that up in there. Oh, you wanna chill with a little chick now because you got some weed. You didn't take that in consideration. Now you gotta buy some extra. Now you gotta buy extra. That $20, you can't even buy $20. You gotta buy a little bit more. Why? Because she wanna smoke. Guys, it's costly, right? And then you're wasting time. Wasting time. Hey, what's good? I'm good. What about you? We're talking about parenting and how parenting never ends. Not only are you wasting money, but you're not setting a positive example for your children. You know. So just think about all of that, guys. No, bro. All right, cool. Thanks for joining the live. If they ever get caught, it will be get straight cash time. if they ever get caught. I don't get that. I think I know what you're trying to say though. But yeah, if you stop doing those activities, right, you definitely can save so much money. You can save so much money. Because honestly, all it takes is patience. Patience. Patience and also consistency, right? When it comes to money. Can you be patient? You know? Are you willing to wait it out? Yes, the judge had drug record, so getting the job. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Nah, you right. Nira. Not Nira. I don't know if I said the name right. But yeah, parenting has become more challenging, especially with the way parents are splitting up. Yeah, you're right. A child needs love from both parents, the mother and the father. Okay, put some lemon juice on that one. I'm gonna try that when I'm done with it now. Yeah, it becomes challenging, but you still gotta do what you do. You know, um, you still gotta parent it. That's why I say, regardless of what's happening, right? In your situation, parenting never ends. It's a continuous job. This job will It's the most time consuming job. It's the most frustrating job at times. It's the most joyful job at times. Sometimes it's the most saddest job at times. Like it's up and down when it comes to parenting. I'm just being honest with you. But it's a job that must be done. It has to be done, and you can't quit because your children are looking up to you. Your kids are looking up to you, no matter what. No matter what's going on with you on your personal end, you know. You just gotta make it work. Gotta make it work, guys. You know, school is literally. I got really one more week left, and my son he starts school. You know, and that's cool. He's in school and everything like that. But honestly, I like when he's out of school because I can teach him more. I feel like when he's in school, he's more influenced to do things that he ain't supposed to be doing. I know he's supposed to be learning and everything, but my son, he's a great son. You know, I only have one son, so you know, he's a great kid. He just gets influenced by other little kids so quick. So I really be teaching him how to, you know, be a follower and not a leader. You know, more sense. Parenting these days feel like risky investment. In 2010, the divorce rate was less than 5%. Ever since we started following Western culture, especially the U.S., it shot up to 33%. Dang. Yeah, you don't want to follow the U.S. culture, man. Follow your own culture. All right. Definitely don't want to do that. 5%. That's a major increase. That's a major increase. You don't not want to follow anything with the U.S. The U.S. is pretty much free will. You do what you want to do. You know. Peace to the original man, the black man. Peace, God. Appreciate it. Cheek. Boom, boom. Yeah. Boot to the beat. Boot, doop, All right, buddy. Come on now. We ain't doing that now. But yeah, that's major though, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Um, One thing I will say though, I would definitely like, especially if you Indian, right? I would definitely follow my culture. I wouldn't try to take anything from the U.S. culture at all when it comes to parenting. Now, there are some techniques and suggestions that you could take into your own, I guess, your own household and practice some of those traditions. But as far as if you have a culture that's proven to work, I would definitely stick to it. Because as far as the U.S. culture, it's just a whole bunch of free will, and you do whatever you want to with no consequences, which is a lot because there's always consequences for actions. If marriage is becoming a trial subscription, is parenting just like optional add-on? Hey, that's a great way of viewing it. Are we raising children or just future case studies for family lawyers? Hey, you preaching right now, my boy. You know, you ever been in jail? Yeah, I've been in jail plenty of times. Plenty of times. Nothing that I'm uh, excited about. Keep going, bro. Playing for you. I just subscribe. Appreciate it. Do this often. Yeah, I do this every day. I do different topics and subjects every day. And I also have podcasts on my channel as well. So I think I'm on podcast 36. I'm gonna make another one tonight. I just don't know what I'm gonna be talking about. I had a whole bunch of subjects, so I'm gonna write down some more topics so I can talk about them. I'm not one of those trendy podcasters, so I don't like to talk about trends. I like to talk about issues and topics that people are going to be talking about 10, 15, 20 years from now, you know? So, like, I'm in a different space. I'm in a different, I'm in a different, what's, I'm making a platform within a platform. That's what I want to say, okay? Yeah. Bro, sorry to hear that you went to jail. Could you let us know what happened? Just different things. So with that, it was just bad decisions, and I was young, I was younger, and I'm not gonna get into detail with it because I can make that another podcast, right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna write that down. I definitely can create another podcast with that. So yeah, I just made a lot of bad decisions, you know, following the wrong people, being in the wrong crowd. But at the end of the day, I don't. I take full responsibility, for my actions. You know? You know, I take full responsibilities for my actions. You know, bird on your nest on your head too. Nah, it's not a bird nest. Hey, now chill now, cause I'm gonna block you. If you are being disrespectful, I'm just gonna block you. And I hate to do that because I love when people engage. But if you being negative, I'm gonna block you. All right. So little things matters most. I prefer you not to even say that. All right. All right. We're not talking like that. How is life in jail? Is it similar when they show you in movies or the web series, or is it worse than that? Could you scribe and make us visualize from your eye? Okay, Joe. I try. Look, I tried, but you tweaking. All right. So with jail, um, my experience was different though, guys, and it's different depending on what county that you're in, what city you in, what state you're in. It just all depends. But some of the things that you see in the movies are real. Some things are exaggerated. And like I said, I was in the county, so I never did any time in the pen. But just like Kayla, just said, it's definitely boring and uncomfortable. Like, it's just it's a lot of time wasted. And I was in a dorm where I was locked up. I was in a dorm, so it was like about 40 people to one dorm. All right, and it was just, I ain't gonna say it was crowded, but it was damn near crowded. A lot of people moody, and I didn't see any fights. That's the crazy thing. Nobody fought when I was locked up. There was a lot of arguments, but there was no fights. Um, but it was definitely segregated too, though. It was segregated. You know, it's a different world though in there, guys. It's a different world. You know, survival of the fittest. You feel me? Please behave and be respectful. Stop using that word. Is it? Oh, yep. So you know, everybody has a different way of viewing uh, being incarcerated. You know, and it just all depends on your actual charge because everybody that was in that dorm had a minor charge. It was a misdemeanor charge. Everybody that was in my dorm was in a misdemeanor charge. But the dorm next door to us was a little bit worse. You know, those were all violent convictions. We had everybody that was in my dorm was misdemeanors and it was non-violent cases, right? Non-violent offenses. But across from us, violent. Everything was violent, you know. So we had people from fraud. We had people like doing larceny. We had people doing like theft, different theft jobs. Like everybody that was in my it was non-violent, you know. There's a lot of scammers and schemers in my dorm, you know. And guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even when I was there, right? Oh, Jasai, what's good? Jasai, what's up? Welcome to the chat. So even when I was, I got locked up, I was very upset with myself because I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't raised that way. My parents did not raise me that way. My parents taught me and instructed me to do the right things, and to make better decisions that I made. I made bad decisions, hanging with the wrong people, and these people I don't even stay in contact with anymore at all. And the thing is, even if you whip somebody, or if somebody, you can say somebody so-called made you do it. No, once you get to a certain age, you made that decision to do it. You didn't have to do it. You still made that choice to hang around that person. So you don't have to do that. So that's one reason why I say parenting never ends. It's up to us as parents to make sure that we show our children the right thing to do. Make sure that we expose them to honestly feel good and bad situations so they know what they don't want in life. So they know what they want in life, you know? Yeah. What are your thoughts on both parents working while raising children? Do you think the wife should work too, or should she stay at home to support the family and handle household responsibilities? All right, what's good? I'm good. Just talking about parenting right now. Um, well, honestly, guys, so with that, Nur, Niraj, honestly, I do prefer the lady to be at the house chilling. You know, if she want to have a job, that's up to her. Cause I'm not no dictator or anything like that. But I do prefer, my wife to be at the house chilling, handling those household responsibilities. If she want to have a little job, so be it. I'm more of that old time traditional type guy. Like, I prefer me being the breadwinner, me going out and getting that money, and coming back and making sure everything is good as far as finance wise, you know. But it's a different world these days. So it's like now finding a person who agrees with the same lifestyle and the same morals and ethics, it's very important for you to mesh with somebody who has the exact same morals, ethics, standards, and mindset as you. Because if not, it's not gonna work. You know, help me don't. Monique, welcome to the chat. My dad always told me, mind the company you keep and don't be a follower, be a leader. Hey, your dad's a very smart man, Monique. Bro, can you send me back my plug, that horsetail? Are you still using it heavily? That horsetail. All right, crazy. You being a little bit weird right now. I'm about to block you. Josiah, what's good? Do you think remote work has made it easier to balance parents and career? Well, yeah, definitely, but you still have to pay attention. Like right now, like I'm at work. I'm about to get off. I should have been off. I got more stuff I got to do. I got my son. He's right over there. He's doing, he wants to be a game creator. So he wants to create games and video games and little stuff like that. Um, it's just all about balance. Can you balance? Do you know how to balance? Can you balance your work where you're given enough time for your children and your work and your significant other? All of that right there plays a big part. Because if you can't balance, guys, this lifestyle will eat you up. You feel what I'm saying? He used to say fun parties will always be there. Focus on books. Nah, for real. Look, Monique, you definitely right about that. Um, Parties are only going to get more advanced. The parties will always be there. Vacations will always be there. TV will always be there. It's only going to become better in technology, right? That means it's only going to become a better experience. So you're not missing out on anything. You're not. Take as much time as you need to. If you're at the house with your parents right now, don't be in a rush to get out. Work, stack your money, because once you out and you start paying manly women bills, woman bills, grown adult bills, life starts getting real, you know? And before you move out, I'm gonna be honest with you. When you move out, you want to at least have about fifty to $75,000 saved up. You do. If you can have more, do. But you want to have 50 to 75 out. Now, once you move out, that 50 to 75 is going to drop to about maybe like 20, maybe to 15. And it's up to you to make sure that you have a job so you can stack your money back up. You want to have a nice, I ain't gonna say a nice, but you want to have a job that's going to pay your bills, and you want to have a job that's going to let you live the lifestyle that you imagine yourself living, you know? Yep. Sometimes it feels like I have two wives, one at home and one at work. Hey, I definitely know how you feel about that. And the only reason why is because, whenever you're working and you're working around women, of course you're going to find some woman at your work attractive. I mean, that's just natural, right? But if you are married, right, I highly suggest that you try your hardest to stay focused. You understand? With 50 to, just stay focused. With 50 to 75K, you can use something to put down payment on a house. Yeah, you can. But if you move out on your own, you want to have the little bit of that saved. And I always say, like, you can put that down on the house because you need about 20K to put down on the house, you know? So you can do that. And then you can start, you'll have enough money to pay your mortgage, for a little bit. But the only thing with that is you got to be ready to pay those maintenance fees if anything go out, right? HVAC unit, your plumbing. electricity, anything that happens, you have to pull out and pay for yourself. Now, if you're renting, right, it's up to the your tenant to make sure. Well, you're a tenant. It's up to that landlord. It's up to that rental property to make sure that those problems are attended to. Okay. Do you think polygamy is good? On paper, it sounds like more love, more support, and more helping hands. But in reality, it might mean more arguments, more expensive, more birthdays. And more. Polygamy, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I myself, I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. I mean, and the only reason why is because I feel like I've already done it. Yeah, I wasn't married. So it's like when I was younger, I had more than one girlfriend, you know, taking them both out, trying to balance both of them. Like that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot of responsibility. Even one is a lot, you know? Even having one old lady is a lot of work. And along with a child, when you have a child, now you got to balance out the time. That's just a lot. It's a lot of work that I'm not willing to put in. Just being honest with you. You understand? Yeah. But, Niraj, right? I mean, you got to do what makes you feel comfortable. I lost my family. I lost my family, wife who had an affair with a coworker, and then he dumped her. Oh, dang, hit well. I'm sorry to hear that. There's one thing right now, man. In today's society, like I'm not even, I used to want to get married, and a little bit in me, I still do a little bit, but I don't know when. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You know, I don't know when, and I'm not really in a rush to do it. To be honest with you, I'm not like I'm focused on making sure that I get this money up. And the reason why, and money is not everything, guys, but it's a big part of everything we do. If you don't have those funds, it's important. It's impossible for you to have fun. So if you don't have those funds, FUND, how you gonna have fun? Okay. How many walks can you go on? How many picnics can you have before you start getting bored? You're gonna want to go somewhere. You know, you can have a picnic anywhere in the world if you have those funds together. Oh yeah, we having a picnic in Florida today. You take the day off. I'll pay your week of work. We're going to Florida. We're gonna have a picnic. Just let me know where you want to have the picnic at. You can do little things like that, but you got to make sure that you are focused. And you got to make sure that your business is handled. You know. But yeah, I think we're getting way off subject because we talking about parenting. Parenting never ends. And yeah, is there the universal shortcut keeping a happy wife, keeping a wife happy? I don't know about that. I have a wife and I'm still trying to figure out the user manual. Nah, if you got a wife, that's something that y'all gotta do a lot of talking. It's communication. Communicating is everything. You know, communicating is everything. And I have a podcast about marriage. I got a podcast about marriage. Check that out. I think you might enjoy that. But guys, I've been on live way too long. I appreciate everybody tuning in with me. Make sure you like, share, subscribe so you can stay notified. We we go on live every single day. We talk about topics that anybody can partake of. Like I say, I made a platform within a platform, a safe space within a safe space within a platform so people can feel safe and secure talking about whatever they want to. This is a space so you can vent, the people can vent, okay? And once I'm monetized, once I have enough subscribers, we're literally going to bring you on screen so everybody can see you and we can talk in front of everybody, all right? So, guys, I'm about to get off, all right? See you tomorrow. God bless everyone. Yeah, see you tomorrow, my boy. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Until the next episode, stay blessed, stay focused. Make sure you put that time in with your children. You know why? Because parenting never ends. Parenting never ends. No matter what you do, just know parenting never ends. Okay. So, guys, I gotta go. I got things I still gotta do. It's getting late. And yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Until the next time, I'm out. I subscribe. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.